unique Old Firm atmosphere still prevails, despite the fact that rain has been falling all morning and is still falling heavily. The ground staff at Celtic Park were out forking the pitch until just before the kick-off, so I think we can expect the surface to be very heavy indeed. There's Pritz involved at the start with that ball forward cut off, and McGarvey releasing Charlie Nicholas, McClellan marking, and I wonder if we may see Graham Sinclair of Celtic, the referee this afternoon, Mr. Brian McGinley of Balfron. McKinnon's forward pass. Russell going to get back to Cooper. You can see the surface water. That's a great pass from Nicholas to McStay. Now McGarvey. Well, a great build-up from Celtic. Needed a better finish than that. But a moment of concern for Rangers. The pass from Nicholas, splitting the Rangers defence for McStay. The first time pass inside to McGarvey, and that's not a shot he'll be proud of. Played in by Reid. Well won by Stevens. Brain forcing it forward. Now Reid. McLeod taking on Russell. And McKinnon with the decisive clearance. Beautifully played down by Johnston for Cooper. Back to Johnston. That'll be a penalty kick perhaps. No, the referee's waving play on. Now that surely was very close. Mark Reid with the challenge from behind. Now the pass came forward from Dave Cooper. Let's see this ball going through to Johnston. He controlled it well, appeared to be clear. Well, that looked very close to a penalty kick to me. Well, McCann really invited Johnston to play that out for the throw. So 15 minutes of all-out, fast, determined action gone, and still no scoring. Russell to Dawson. Redford off in the run ahead, getting behind Kenny McGrain. And the Celtic captain concedes the corner kick. Gregor Stevens going forward for Rangers, along with John McClelland. Eric Johnston in the 6-yard box. There's John McClelland now going to near post. It'll be Robert Pritz to take the corner kick. Swirling in awkwardly, the ball is in the net, and Rangers are in front. Oh, what a dramatic goal. Pritz's corner kick, and Bonner appeared to punch it into the net. Here it is again, behind the goal. A great corner kick, swirling in and coming off Bonner and perhaps Mark Reid into the net. So Robert Pritz gets the credit for Rangers. That'll be his 5th goal of the season if it counts for him. Cooper with the free kick, headed away by McGrain. Russell trying the first-time shot by Redford. Back to McGinnon. Rangers trying desperately to capitalise on that opening goal. Great tackle by Paul McStay. Common playing it through the middle. The Rangers defence headed in. Here's a great chance for Murdo McLeod. McStay following up. Paul McStay in his first Old Firm match makes it 1 apiece. The ball for Murdo McLeod, a chase through the middle of the Rangers defence headed in. Jim Stewart did well, spreading himself initially. The ball breaking free, and there goes Paul McStay to pick up his 4th goal of the season. Good little ball forward from McLeod for Nicholas. Trying to flight one. Well, there again, the magic of Charlie Nicholas, so close to Celtic's 2nd. Well, he is trying to jink into position, getting away from Jim Bett, lining up that chip ball towards the far top corner. Now 5 minutes of the first half left. Bet with a free kick. Johnston gets a touch on. Davy Cooper! 2-1 to Rangers. Well, that was a splendidly engineered goal. Cooper's 7th of the season, all coming from the free kick. Righted into Johnston. Beautifully flicked on. There was Cooper, the looping header, and Bonner was stranded. We've got plenty of support forward for Derek Johnston from Davy Cooper up front, and with support arriving from Bet, Prince and Redford in midfield particularly. Match very evenly poised, but certainly not a goal which could be considered against the run of play. Now a chance for McGarvey to use his pace. Stewart's in trouble, McGarvey has the chance. And it's Stevens who saved the day for Rangers and for Tim Stewart. Well, a little bit tight for Rangers in that penalty area from Nicholas, but Celtic still coming forward again. There's Reid. Sinkla's header, and it was quite touched on by Nicholas. Almost got a vital touch. Sinclair showing his menace in the air. McStay so determined. Perfect chance for McGarvey. McGarvey takes the acclaim of the Celtic supporters. Two apiece, and that's all down to young Paul McStay. He nipped in to win the challenge, sidestepped that challenge from McClellan. The perfect ball into the path of McGarvey, and Stewart had no chance from the shot. McGarvey's 7th of the season, and undoubtedly the most welcome. Celtic supporters now jubilant. They can sense the possibility of victory. McClellan up this time in the other box. Here's McGarvey, Nicholas on the halfway line. Oh, Nicholas dummying McKinnon. Playing it now for McLeod, a great chance for Celtic. Morton McLeod, 3-2 to Celtic. And that was the epitome of masterly play on the break. Watch it again. Nicholas with a pass for McLeod. Bet couldn't get back to him. The shot was decisive, it was accurate. And McLeod now surely has snatched victory for Celtic. The subject matter may be, but the corner kick's been taken already. There's Paul McStay. It's handed away by McCormick. There's Burns. Joe Miller stepping away from Law. McStay's pass. There's McAvenny. In the middle is Andy Walker. And Celtic are ahead. 7 minutes into the match. A burst of pressure on the far side from Celtic pays off. This was superb play eventually by Frank McAvenny, taking the cross to the right, controlling it, digging away from the defender, turning quickly with that excellent chipped cross. There was Andy Walker powering home the header despite the effort. Celtic have taken a grip of the match at the start of the second half. Certainly didn't have things all their own way in the first half, and conscious of that clearly as McAvenny comes inside. There's Burns. That was magnificent. 9 minutes into the second half. A goal of stunning efficiency from Tommy Burns, and Celtic go 2 ahead. And for the second time in the match, the creator was Frank McAvenny, going wide for the touchline to win possession, hitting his man coming inside, a long, deep outswing cross, and there was Tommy Burns on the full volley, drilling the ball beyond Archie McLean. Headed by McCormick, returned by Rogan. Here's McAvenny! Willie Stark! The inevitable finish from Willie Stark, and Celtic make it 3. 1 hour of the match gone, and that surely seals it for Celtic. And once again, right involved in the action was Frank McAvenny. Look at the way he moves onto this opportunity inside the box, rattling the ball off the Billy Stark.
Tedley, Berkovic. Into the feet of Viduka, back to Berkovic, who was sprinting onto the return pass. Lovely ball for Jackie McNamara. Blocked by McAllister. Here comes Paul Lambert. Viduka, Lambert again! That's brilliant from Lambert! His first goal of the season! That was a belter. .21 on the clock, and you won't see too many better goals than this. Lambert played the pass, he was there for the return, and he couldn't have placed the shot further away from Jim Leighton. Right in at the junction of crossbar and goalpost, and Celtic 1 up. It's an impressive way to get off the mark. Tackled heavily by White. Derek White still down. Berkovic through from Mahe. Onto the right foot! And Stefan Mahe gives Celtic a farewell present before he vanishes for a couple of months through suspension. That's the goal which makes it 2-0. His next game will be in the 10th Scottish Cup at the end of January because of a 3-match ban. Now he'll have enjoyed this moment, turning inside Mark Perry onto the right foot. And the shot steered away from Jim Leighton. Losing possession in a promising area. And now Celtic do the attacking with Moravcik. Away from White, away from McAllister, and away from Leighton. That's superb from Moravcik. And that's 3 for Celtic. Started the season so well, his form then dipped, and now he's back to his best. The Celtic supporters rise to Lubo Moravcik. Delicious skill and a ferocious shot. Celtic hope they can hold on to him for another season. And when you see ability like this, you can understand why. Long ball this time from Alan Stamps. Runs away from Mark Viduka, but he'll score now. That's a blunder by Jim Leighton, and he doesn't need told. And Mark Viduka strokes in his 17th goal of the season. It's 4-0 Celtic, and Jim Leighton misjudged this badly. And of Mark Viduka's 17, there will have been few easier than this one. Leighton won't enjoy the rerun. McAllister loses it to Vikhorst, and Russell Anderson knocks it clear. Well, maybe Mike McCurry saw this better, but this looked to me like a foul on right by young Maguire, and that looked like a penalty. Vikhorst, showboat time, and blinker! It's showtime for Celtic. Reggie Blinker enjoyed that. Morten Vikhorst will have enjoyed it as well. You don't try those unless you're 4-0 up. But just look at this. And on a plate for Blinker. Through the legs of Leighton just to rub it in. And 5-0, 7-0, and now 5-0 for Celtic against Aberdeen this season. Weghorst. Maguire's headed away, only as far as Blinker. It's right! And it's 6! A sweet strike from Ian Wright. And there's a goal celebration for you. I think he enjoyed that. It was a sweet strike, certainly, on the left foot of Ian Wright. We know he's in there somewhere. He won't mind getting a yellow card for his celebrations. And yet again for Jim Leighton, a shot that he wasn't going to stop. Feinted to go onto the right foot, then left. Anderson was beaten, so was Leighton. Danny Murphy cuts it back for Hamann. It's wide. Thankfully for Celtic.
It's a good corner kick. It's off the training ground. Good dummy. Hamann knew exactly what was happening. Makes a great connection with the ball. I think Momo still would have covered it if it had been sneaking inside the post. But that's a good effort.
John Hartson's layoff for Stilian Petrov. Alan Thompson. Neil Lennon screaming for it, gets it. Now Petrov skipping away from the challenge of Jimmy Traore, who'd committed himself, and Petrov's won the free kick. The infiltrator in the wall is Jos Valhaeren. 19 minutes played. Henrik Larsson's free kick produces an athletic stop from Jerzy Dudek.
It's a good effort from Henrik Larsson. It's on target. It's so important to make the goalkeeper work. Dudek, I think, made it look better than it actually was there.
Valhaaren's throw. First there, Jimmy Carragher. And a raised boot means a Celtic free kick against Danny Murphy. In from Paul Lambert, and the header from John Hartson. Still hurting after his penalty miss at Hampden, and a chance to give Celtic the lead. It's a Liverpool throw.
I think this may be a long one, Rob. This will be similar to a corner kick.
The ball's disappeared. It's up John Arne Riis's jersey for drying purposes, you understand. Riis's throw looking for Hyypiä. John Hartson's there, powers it away. Gerrard! Brilliant shot by Steven Gerrard. And Rob Douglas was a match for him.
He certainly was. It's like, Dudek, anything you can do, I can do better. Big grab. You won't see much of this one till later on, but gets two hands to it. That's not spectacular. That's a really good save. No messing about from Big grab.
Under the bouncing ball, Riise. That's good attacking of the ball from Paul Lambert. Balda nods it down, but nods it down for Michael Owen. There's the nutmeg. Owen's away, off and running into the danger area. Michael Owen cuts it back. And it's wide from Emil Heskey, a real chance for Liverpool.
Marvellous play from Michael Owen. Knows exactly what he's about here. It's a nutmeg. He's on his bike. He shows real pace. Lifts his head here. Plays the ball into the danger area. This is where Heskey gets the break first of all, but doesn't get the break when he turns to try to fire at home.
Sami Hyypiä stations himself right in front of Rob Douglas. The left foot of John Arne Riise. Heskey's there, blocked by Douglas. Fired away by Lennon, and it's the Celtic keeper who grabs it before it goes behind.
He wins the header well at the back post, and Big Rab managed to keep out with his backside as much as anything else.
Petrov for Thompson, good pass. Henrik Larsson. John Hartson! Big chance for Hartson.
He's so unfortunate. It's a great move from Celtic. Marvellous ball to Larsson. That's a magnificent ball into the box. And John Hartson getting on the end of it again. Hartson is a real threat in the air tonight.
Neither wants to make a mistake. That's a big factor in this as well. You don't want to be the man who makes a mistake and lets in the opposition. Good running from Momo Sila. Great shot from Sila, touched round the post by Jerzy Dudek. Terrific burst of pace from midfield.
Great play from Momo Sila. He's so good at doing this, driving forward with the ball into space.
Good running from Gerrard, good challenge from Mjalby. Sila. Larsson couldn't make it stick, but he was being fouled, and Celtic have a free kick, and this could be Alan Thompson territory.
That's a good decision from the referee.
Nearly 45 minutes played. Thompson! Celtic are ahead! Right on half-time! The deadly left foot of Alan Thompson does it! It's 2-1 on aggregate, Celtic ahead!
That's just what Celtic need. It's a marvellous strike from Alan Thompson. Dudek will be disappointed with his wall. The ball's going right through the wall, but Alan Thompson doesn't care about that. Martin O'Neill doesn't care about that. It's a good strike, it's underneath the wall, and it's right in the corner, giving the goalkeeper absolutely no chance whatsoever.
Jerzy Dudek stretched his arms wide as if to say, where was my wall? Almost Sila for Henrik Larsson. Can he get control? Can he score? Disappointed with himself.
He's so unlucky. It's a marvellous ball from Momo Sila. Larsson staying on side. It's a good first touch, hard ball to take down, but this is where he's unlucky.
Steven Gerrard's run. Tries to release Emil Heskey. Felt he was being fouled by Johan Mjalby, but the referee was very close to make the judgment, and he said no, play on. Liverpool not happy about the decision, but they have the ball back now with Michael Owen. Good run from Gerrard, good save by Rob Douglas. Valharan heads it away. There's Mjalby, there's Hamann, there's Owen. And finally, it's good composure on the ball from Alan Thompson, which wins the free kick. Some respite for Celtic, and a brilliant stop this by Douglas.
It's so important. Bobo Baldi trying to play offside, doesn't get it right, but Rob Douglas, sharp off his line, kept his eye on the ball, made the block. It's a great run from Gerrard, but Rob Douglas was very much up for it, and that's a marvellous save from the big goalkeeper.
That's Larsson's header! Touched over the top by Dudek. Good reactions, it was a clever header.
It's a great corner kick, lots of pace in the ball. What a flick from Henrik Larsson. Lob off his shoulder, and Jerzy Dudek having to stretch to get a touch to that one.
When I said it was a clever header, it was so clever it was his shoulder. Phil Thompson there has won a few medals in his time, including a couple of European Cups and a UEFA Cup as well, alongside Gerard Houllier. Hartson, the 1-2 with Larsson. John Hartson lines up the shot! John Hartson with the goal, which surely takes Celtic to the UEFA Cup semi-finals. A wonderful strike. Celtic now surely out of sight.
That's magnificent. It's the only way you can describe that. John Hartson should have had a free kick a few seconds ago, but didn't worry about that. That's great play with Larsson. Only one thought in his mind here: I'm going to stick this in the back of the net. And he does that so well.
it across towards Kyogo! So the team's coming out onto the Ibrox pitch. Now for Kyogo, right at the death, he's gone for it! And he's buried the ball in the back of the net! In comes the cross. Have Celtic... That is unbelievable!
What a season he's having!
Matt O'Reilly on the right.
Bernardo, and he's went into the goal. It is a goal. It's Pablo Bernardo.
Oh, what a strike that is! Could have slipped Minor in, but he decided to go it alone! Derby Day is Kyogo Day!
It's been 25 days since Celtic's last Premiership match, so the players look fresh and ready for action when they were led off the team coach and onto the Celtic way by Brendan Rodgers a short time ago. We're into what's known as the business end of the season. 22 games down, 16 to go, and another 3 points up for grabs this afternoon against a team fighting to stay in the league. Ross County, the visitors to paradise. Celtic have won the last 9 league meetings between the sides. The last league draw here was back in 2016. Ross County have never won here in the league. Yes, welcome along to Celtic TV's live coverage of today's Cinch Premiership match between Celtic and Ross County. Kickoff is around 30 minutes away. I'm in the company of former Celtic midfielder Peter Grant. Peter, before we get into the business end of today's pre-match build-up, the sad news today that we lost another former Celt, Stuart Gray, at the far too young age of 50 years old, has sadly passed away. We send our condolences to Stuart's family. We knew he'd been ill for a short time. He's a player that you played with. How will you remember Stuart?
Yeah, he was a lovely young man. He was a lot younger than me, and that makes it more devastating, to be perfectly honest with you. Comes from obviously a footballing background. This was his first goal when Celtic Park was getting redone. This sums him up probably. He had a lovely left foot, and he had probably circumstances was the only reason he never got more games at Celtic, because he definitely had the talent. He was a technical player. He had as I say, a lovely left foot, good movement with the ball. But it's absolutely devastating. You say 50 years of age, it's nothing, you know, with a young family. And I'm absolutely devastated for him and his family. It's such sad times. We all think we've all got problems at times, and then you come in today and when we heard the news, we knew he wasn't well. And Simon's a very, very close friend to him, so I'd got in contact with him a couple of months ago, just once I'd heard the news, and then when the finality today is, as I say, it still hits you so strongly, you know. So devastated, obviously, for family, and also can send him condolences for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We send our condolences to Stuart's dad, Eddie, his family, and of course his children. The team today will wear black armbands to commemorate Stuart. OK, Peter, let's talk about the game today then. Ross County, the visitors. We can take a look at the lineup that Brendan Rodgers has gone with. Cameron Carter-Vickers back in the side. Great to see him sign a new 5.5-year contract. Bernabei at left back. We know there's an injury to Greg Taylor there, so pretty much as expected, you would think?
Yeah, very much so. And it's great to see Carter-Vickers back. Fantastic he's got the contract. But I always think there's a more solidity to the back group when he's playing. You know, and it helps. Everybody he's played along with have became better. And I think that shows you the talent that he got. So I'm delighted he's back in the team again. Bernabei, you're looking at it today thinking Celtic are going to have a lot of the ball, and that's probably his strength, going forward more than defensively. That's what he's always questioned a little bit. So you're saying it's an opportunity for him, depending on how long Greg's going to be out. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. So That's the team that, as I say, deserve to be in pole position at this moment in time with their performance, even though it was against Bucky Thistle last week.
Yeah, absolutely. Nicholas Kuhn on the bench there. Ross County don't have many goals in their side. Simon Murray's their top scorer in the league with just 4. Derek Adams has come in. He's made some strange comments in recent weeks about perhaps not understanding just the kind of job in hand, and maybe he would have second thoughts had he realised the job there. They come here with nothing to lose, but sometimes makes it difficult. We know that they are going to sit in, and Celtic are going to have to break through a very packed defence. You mentioned Bucky Thistle. That was us back after the winter break. Celtic were really on a hiding to nothing in this game, Peter, but you know, you and I commentated on it, and Celtic got the job done. 5 goals scored, and I think there was another 5 disallowed or 4.
Absolutely, but I think their all-round performance, never mind the goals and obviously the goals that was chalked off, I think their attitude was fantastic, you know, and I think that's what set it apart for me, because these are easy games to go out and think, oh, we'll sort of play slowly and not be as quick, try and be clever, and I don't think the players done that. I think they were very, very professional in everything they done. They won the ball back very quickly, even though it was Bucky they were playing against. They put them under pressure. There was only one incident that Joe had to make a save, as we talked about, and that was probably the only thing that was disappointing about the game, because there was a wee bit of lack of concentration there. But I think overall their professionalism to that particular game was excellent. You've got to give the manager
Cup then Sunday, the 11th of February. So, you know, Celtic got off to such a quick start, and they really made easy work of this one.
Yeah, they did. It looks like as if it's easy work, but yet again, it was their attitude towards it, because you said they've seen it, went there, they've struggled at times, they've lost games there. You know, but the way they started the game ever so quick, scored some fantastic goals, really good goals. And I think the all-round performance was excellent. And a tough venue, because you know you've got to go there and you've got to pick up points. And there's no game easy. Even when you're winning the championship, you've got to go there with that mindset. We've got to go and grab this game with the scruff of the neck, and they've done that in the performances. Yeah,
there's no doubt Celtic will be focused this afternoon, and one man keeping them focused and driving those standards is Callum McGregor. Celtic sitting top of the table on a couple of points, but he's in a smiley mood there on the pitch. But Callum's making his 450th appearance for Celtic this afternoon. He's an incredible achievement, although he's still got another 28 games before he reaches the total of the man sitting next to me. But Callum's transformed himself into from a fresh-faced youngster trying to break into the side to a leader of men and a Celtic legend. Celtic TV's Dale Docherty caught up with Callum at Lennoxtown this week to look back on the season so far and assess where we're at as we head towards spring.
We are somewhat halfway through the season, top of the table, progressing nicely in the Scottish Cup. How would you reflect on the 6 months or so far?
Yeah, I think sort of reasonably positive. Like you said, we've come into the second half of the season, still top of the league. Like you said, the boys did the job last weekend in the Cup, so you got to win. You know, put one foot in front of the other if you want to get to Cup finals, and you have to beat who's in front of you. So I thought it was good exercise in terms of the boys doing everything that we look for in the games and the way that we play. So, you know, that was really positive. Obviously, it's been a sort of tough first 6 months, you know, a lot of sort of high performances and then some bits that haven't been so great. And you get that way with sort of new squads and new players and people coming in and trying to settle and find their rhythm. So that is natural in football. I think with the expectation being so high and certainly in here inside the building for the last couple of years, then you just want sort of near perfection all the time, and sometimes that can be a little bit unrealistic, but that is what we strive for. So when you have either draws or defeats, then it really annoys people and it gets under your skin. So, you know, we're trying to stamp out that element of, you know, maybe what's been in the first sort of 6 months of the season where we've been a little bit up and down, but I think for the majority of the performances have been really, really good. Teams sort of connecting nicely now. You can see maybe the last 4 games, the sort of patterns are good. The work ethic, determination, the running off the ball, everything that makes us a good Celtic team have been there in the last 4 games. So it's important that we now carry that on and sort of learn the lessons of those little periods in the first half of the season. And like I said, we try and stamp them out as much as possible. But the positives have for sure been really positive.
Reflecting on those high points, Callum, what would you say those are in those 6 months? I think maybe those wins against Rangers, for example.
Yeah. I think the derby games are always big. You go to Ibrox and win. For any Celtic team to do that, you have to be right and on the money on the day, and I thought we were excellent. Showed all different sides to the game, and you have to be strong. You've got to be together when you go there. So. For sure, that is a highlight, and as all the games against Rangers, you want to win them. You understand how much it means to the supporters. So, obviously the home game there that we just played as well, great day. Boys were fantastic in the game and gave everything to the game, which we expect. So, with a good day there, and like you said, now the Scottish Cup becomes a big focus as well.
You've spoken about those high moments, but there's also been the challenges as well. Hearts and Kilmarnock back in December were particular lows. What was the messaging for you to the rest of the team in the dressing room? I remember seeing you brought the team together at the end of the Hearts game. What was said in those moments?
I think it's about sticking together, because the only people that can get us success in terms of the players are the players, and us sticking together. The only people that can get you out of trouble are the guys in this building, and that's what I said to them. When things are going well, you're happy to take the plaudits. So when things aren't going well, then you have to man up and face the problem head on. And I think after the Hearts game at home was a real sort of slap in the face moment for everybody, that you have to understand now, right, okay, we've put ourselves under pressure, and now you have to answer that with proper performances, and I think that's probably been the biggest change in the team in the last 4 games has been the pressing and the intent of us going to get the ball back, and then our attacking play comes from that.
And for yourself, Callum, you're only 1 appearance away from 450. In that time, you've scored 63 goals, 76 assists, a trophy or 2. Not bad, is it?
Not bad. I just want to keep doing it and keep going for as long as I can. Just keep one game at a time and just keep racking up the numbers, keep trying to help my teammates, keep trying to help the club, be successful, and we've managed to do that over a number of years now. So, the message for me is always the same. It's full on, and until somebody taps me on the shoulder and tells me to sit down.
It's an absolutely incredible achievement, 450 appearances. I'm not sure if I ever got there, I'd be describing it as no bad, but that just shows you how he takes it all in his stride. Peter, you're exactly the best person to ask, having made 478 appearances, although with the greatest respect, nowadays, football with agents involved and players moving all over the place, it shows just such a commitment to the club from Callum himself.
Yeah, he talks of the maturity that what his games became. I remember him going to Notts County as a young player and playing an outside left at that particular time. He had to find a position in the team, and he'd let his football do the talking. Very similar to Paul in that respect. He's let his football do the talking as a type of captain. He's not a shouter, a ranter, and a raver. Okay, we've seen changes probably over the last couple of years. He's a wee bit more vociferous, but his talent speaks for itself. I mean, he's been outstanding. I think he's just grown and grown each season. It's remarkable, his numbers he puts in each season, the performances he puts in, but the amount of numbers he puts in. But people talk about in the modern day resting players. He never wants to be rested, and he's the one player you're concerned if he's not playing.
Yeah, he talks about the big moments in the season. Dalen asked him, and despite some bits of inconsistencies that he referred to, he made the point that when the big moments came up, Celtic had the character, had the players, the personality to get through these. And we've picked out a few of these moments that kind of he was referring to.
Yes, and that's what Celtic's about, and you've got to be brought up in that, not realise that you never give in, you keep going. In adversity, you've got to keep fighting, not feel sorry for yourself, all these different things. We've all been there many, many times. And it's in these moments you become a big player and you become a big team. That's how you win trophies. People think, oh, that's it over. No, it's not. They come back again. They've had a couple of punches in the nose this season. But they've had a lot of changes as well, with injuries, players going away. They've not had that consistency, and you've seen that in some of the performances. But other performances have been excellent. In the 2 big games that they're asked questions is both Rangers games, and they've come out with the right answer. And that's all you can ask for, because the other games are so important to win them, and we let ourselves down in them with performances. But when they've came to the pressures on to win the Celtic Rangers games, they've managed to do that, and that's great leadership for him as well.
Callum is the leader, of course, but I'm sure he would agree. The more leaders there are on the pitch, the better. Cameron Carter-Vickers is one of those players. He's just signed a new 5.5-year deal at the club, Peter. Great news for him, great news for the supporters, and it's fantastic news that came to us, and he's such an important player in the club.
Yeah, it's massive, because I think you see the improvement of the boys that's played along with him. I think that's so important, you know, because it's all young players. It's different players he's had to play with. He's had Starfelt for a while, now he's had Scales, you know, all these guys, but they've all been better. But I always look at the team and I always feel more solid with them, and I think that's why it's been so important with him and Joe Hart, we spoke about before. They're important to help Callum, as we were talking about Callum in big time. But I'm absolutely delighted he's decided to stay on at Celtic, and whoever plays along with him, I will sure become better players as long as he does. And he must be loving Celtic, playing it here, you know, 60,000 every week. There's not many players get that opportunity to do that, so I'm delighted he's staying here. Yeah, absolutely. So Cameron Carter-Vickers staying on, and obviously starts this afternoon. Nicholas Kuhn, new signing, of course, he's on the bench this afternoon, so potentially an opportunity for us to see him for the first time? Yes, I think so. I think it's important. Brendan obviously spoke highly of him, but you know, when you come to Celtic, nobody knows what you're going to do till you pull the jersey on. You've got to go out on that pitch and produce, but not just once. You're talking about 450 for Callum. That's what you've got to do here at this football club. You don't get praise for one game. And it's great to see boys come in, and obviously they've spent a few shillings on him trying to get him here. So it's somebody that Brendan obviously is looking forward to seeing playing for the club. But Abada, I really like Abada as well, but he's been doing terrific. So it'll be interesting getting that balance again with the wide players. Talking of Brendan Rodgers, he is downstairs ready to speak to John Ledwith.
Brendan, I'll start with team news today. Cameron Carter-Vickers is back in from the start, and you're also boosted by Cameron extending his contract here at the club.
Yeah, it's great news. He's been a fantastic player for the club over the couple of years he's been here. Been hampered a wee bit by injury this year, but he's a top-class player, and hopefully now he can produce his best years here at Celtic.
And he's a big character for the club. He tends to demonstrate what he has out on the pitch. I know he's can be softly spoken off it, but what kind of influence does he have on the dressing room itself?
Well, very positive. Like you say, self-image is quite quiet, and but on the field that's where he does his talking, and now he's got wonderful strength. You know, he wants to defend, which is important, but to be a Celtic centre half, I always think you have to be able to play, be comfortable on the ball, and you've got to be able to defend big spaces and defend your box, and he does that exceptionally well.
Now your captain, Callum McGregor, will make his 450th appearance today. He has been a significant contributor in your time here at the club. How would you sum up his progression and the influence he has on the pitch and how your teams play?
Well, he's absolutely key. My first time here was, I think he may have been about 23, just coming through and finding his confidence. And over the virtually 2 and 3/4 years I was here, he was absolutely brilliant and really rose to prominence. And he made big contributions in big games. And I think coming back now, I see a player that's continued with that. And now with the added responsibility of being the captain, you see his real leadership qualities. He's at the technical heart of this club, an incredible professional, and what I love about Cal is that every game he plays, it's as if he's been viewed for the very first time, and I'm very lucky to have him here.
Now, something that probably sums up your time at the club is that post the winter break, the side always comes back strong and goes on a good run. They were in good form beforehand. Are you confident that can continue today and into the weeks ahead?
Yeah, it's hard work. We have to continue with that hard work, hard running, and we know there's great quality there within the team, and we can play the game to a really good level. So it's just that continuation.
And as important as it is today, we get the sad news of the passing of Stuart Gray. I know that you knew him from your days at Reading. It brings into context the importance of football and life in general.
Yeah, I remember talking to John Kennedy on it. John was telling me, and I was very shocked when I heard the news. That was back a few months back. Then sadly getting the news this morning about Stuart 50. I had just turned 51 myself, so I'm in that same age bracket, and to think what his family and relatives are going through, it must be so sad for them. I met Stuart. Stuart was one of Tommy's number of signings that he made down at Reading. and he came in. He was a really good guy, top professional, and obviously what with Celtic in his heart as well. He was always a player and person I looked out for. So to hear the news, having not known about him over a number of years, it's so sad, and obviously all our condolences are with his family.
Wish you all the best today, Brendan.
Cheers, thank you.
Thanks, Gaffer.
Yes, everyone, hello, welcome along to the official Celtic FC podcast.
I came on, changed the game pretty much, won the game. Celtic went on to win the Scottish Cup that year. All thanks to me, basically. That's all you need to know.
That's it. Right, we can move on. That's it. Thank you for listening. No.
Again, just being me. I remember saying to the physio, just get me up type of thing, and they were kind of tentative. And I remember kind of pulling myself onto up on my feet a little bit. And I remember the first step I took, I just remember my whole leg buckling, and I thought my leg was broke. So I remember saying to the physio, my shin snapped. I remember seeing my kind of leg just shift outside. And I remember saying, my shin snapped, and they were like, just sit down, and then the stretcher came.
Henrik and Sutty as a front two, then, you know, a Gat was on fire, Bobby Pettit was on fire.
Talking about flyers.
You know, and I just had, you know, sit in the midfield and, you know, my job basically, right, is to get the ball and give it to him. And if he gives it away, Lenny, get the ball back and then give it to him again.
As I say, I jump up all about with John Collins a lot. We're always talking football, we're always in the golf club moving things about, and he's here and he's there, and he had the opportunity, obviously being assistant manager here, to tell me how Callum went about his business.
Actually, Mike, what you might not know is tomorrow night in Scotland is Burns Night, which is Ravi Burns is a very old poet. I don't know if he's like the national poet of Scotland. Someone here might know, but last year, Ali, you took part in our special Burns Night video where Greg, again, his name's getting mentioned all the time here, helped you to try and understand some Scottish phrases.
Did not help, let's get that.
7 minutes to kick off here at Celtic Park. How do you fancy winning £10,000? Well, you've got 7 minutes to get yourself into the Celtic Virtual Paradise Windfall via the Celtic Pools app. Your ticket will cost you £2. You've got to be 18 years at least. Please visit begambleaware.org. All right, let's go downstairs. Matt O'Reilly is with John Ledwith.
Matt, the boys were in a good run of form pre-Christmas. You've come back with a convincing win in the Cup. How important is it to keep that going again today?
Yeah, very important. We want to win every football match, and today is another chance to do that.
And Ross County haven't been having the best of time, but how important is it that there's no complacency? Because we know that every side can make it difficult and put themselves in with a chance if they're organised enough here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to try and do. You know, probably presume it'll be a low block, not sure, but it's going to be hard to break down like it always is, and you know, hopefully we can get off to a quick start. But if not, I'm sure we'll wear them down.
You've played an important part in breaking teams down, and another man that plays a huge part at the club will celebrate his 450th appearance today. Just tell us what Callum McGregor brings to the team, to the club.
Yeah, I don't really know where to start. For me personally, just right from day one, I was made to feel very welcome. You know, he came up to me and, you know, really made me feel a part of it, and you know, it was quite a big step in terms of the size of the club for me. So that kind of shows what kind of person he is in terms of welcoming people in, and I think that's very important as a captain. And yeah, obviously his footballing quality and ability speaks for itself. You know, the consistent levels he sets every day in training and then in games, and I think everyone at this club's very lucky as well, man.
Wish you, Callum, and the squad best of luck today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great ball, it must be. It's a finish for Abada. 20 minutes on the clock here in Dingwall, and that's exactly what Celtic have needed. And it is an equaliser for Ross County, and it's their captain, Keith Watson. headed clear. The shot comes in, it's blocked. Celtic still have it. They need to get the ball in the box. Rogic, it's a good cross, it's a chance, it's a goal! Yeah! Anthony Ralston for Celtic in the 97th minute!
Oh, absolutely take a bow! Anthony Ralston coming in with the finish in the 7th minute of injury time.
Oh, some late drama that day. I'll never forget that one. It took me about a week or so to get my voice back, Peter. I'm assuming you're not expecting a similar type finish there. What kind of game are you expecting to see today?
I don't really know, because I don't know what Ross County is going to turn up. There's a hell of a lot of changes. I think they've made about 8 changes since the last league match they had, you know, which is a hell of a lot of players. And I don't think they were that bad. They needed that amount of changes. I think it's all going to be about Celtic yet again, how they play, how they approach the game. And if they approach it the way they done against Bucky Thistle, which I expect them to do now, because you're at that period in the season that you have to win your games. So you've got to go and push and be on the front foot. All the things that Celtic have to do week in, week out, they have to do that. And the 2 games they haven't done that, we've ended up with tails between the legs, we're losing them. So we have to start fast, we have to get crosses in the box, and we have to get shots on target. They're all the things that Brendan would demand.
Celtic against Ross County. Teams are out on the pitch lining up. Let's head to the commentators' gantry. We're waiting for you, are Paul Cuddihy and Simon Donnelly.
Well, Callum McGregor, his 450th appearance for Celtic this afternoon. An impressive tally for a player who will just keep adding and adding to appearances and trophies over the next few years. Celtic return to league duty this afternoon after that 5-0 victory over Bucky Thistle in the Scottish Cup last weekend, and Brendan Rodgers has made 3 changes to the side. Callum McGregor returns to captain the side. Cameron Carter-Vickers, in the back of signing that 5.5-year deal yesterday, he returns in central defence. Alessandro Bernabei in for the injured Greg Taylor at left back. So still a very, very strong Celtic side this afternoon. They face a Ross County side who were knocked out of the Scottish Cup last weekend against Partick Thistle. Derek Adams makes 5 changes. There will be 4 debuts this afternoon, and there's also 2 Ross County players who are only making their 2nd appearance for the club, so a very inexperienced Ross County side. Both teams will be wearing black armbands this afternoon. You may have heard the really sad news of the sad and untimely passing of former Celtic player Stuart Gray at the age of just 50, 32 appearances and 1 goal for Celtic as the Celtic players in the huddle, and a man who knew Stuart as a player and also as a friend is alongside me, Simon Donnelly. The saddest of news for a young man to lose his life. Yes, Paul, a really sad day. Obviously, heard the news this morning on Stuart passing away. Terribly sad. One of my first mates at the club when I came here back in 1992, a fantastic player, technically brilliant, and it's great to see the fans to a person standing to applaud him there, and the club showing their respects today.
Yes, and thoughts and prayers of everyone at Celtic are with Stuart's family and friends at this very sad time. It will be the visitors this afternoon to get the game underway. Ewan Anderson, the referee. Celtic looking for 3 points to restore their 5-point lead at the top.